Hey, Algurun. It's your shadow dancing diva, Vespera Skydrift, phasing in from the veil with the rawest, bloodiest blow by blow from the dead minute's heart-pounding chaos. If you thought dimension door drops and hellhound distractions were wild, strap in. The illusion's cracking, the crowd's invading, and the gladiator? He's spawning nightmares. The bell tolls louder than ever in this once-in-a-lifetime crowd-pleaser.
Thorn Nightshade here. The pit pulses with sweat, screams, shattered reality with crowd interference. The party, bloodied but unbreakable, presses the assault as shadows split and demons rage. Welcome to Algurun After Dark, where consequences wear flesh and the roaring cheers drowns out regret.
Sponsor alert. Schmear Me. Deadly Bagels presents the Helmet Crunch Special. 12 times oversized bagel with iron-hard seeds that'll trap your hunger like a dwarf under enchanted steel. Just don't let any pesky giant elks run off with it.
We dive back into the fray. The illusion keeping the fighters focused on their tasks in the pit is shattering like glass underfoot. The crowd's roar is bleeding through the black void. No more isolation like they are in space with faint hums. The party feels like the spectators are in the pit, fists pumping, breaths held, coin and drink flying. Sivin Redmark is audibly beaming with excitement. His voice booms. The gladiator is now making consequences made flesh. Sunniva screams to press the edge. Borin yells that the gladiator is multiplying. Crowd is drowning out their battle orders. But the vibe, electric. It's a wonderful life and death ballet on full display.
Sunniva and Borin weave through masterful strikes, sword thrusts, shield bashes, and steady their footwork like poetry. They dodge and sink, graceful as dancers, turning the carnage into art. More coin and cheers from the crowd placing bets. The gladiator lands glancing blows, but with his strength still rips massive damage. Sunniva pirouettes like a ballerina on blood-slick stone. The gladiator's 10-foot tower shield swings with eerie grace and movement. The gladiator's 2 conjurations join in the fight. A yellow alien-looking freak, with a bell in hand, charges the west wall towards Unger and Cash. The other ethereal purple ghost with net in hand looks like his eyes are frozen mid-blink, like a walking nightmare.
The ethereal ghost flings its net at Sunniva, but misses wide. Then the party learns in deadly fashion that these are the gladiator's puppets. Anytime someone puppeted by the gladiator attacks, he's also able to attack again. His footwork is practically unmatched, but Sunniva smells victory. Hellhounds, hooked on Cash's apparition, snap at the ethereal image and eat psychic damage instead, leaving them dazed and raging. Abraham unleashes his ace. Travis, the Hellfire demon, fire-wreathed and pissed at the magical leash Abe holds. Abe commands Travis to destroy the gladiator. The fire in the demon's eyes blaze and doesn't even take them off Abraham. The punch lands on the gladiator, if you can even call it that. Barely a scratch. Abraham sees what is happening, bolts to Cash and screams, "Protect me!" He then draws a circle around himself for protection, and Travis breaks that magical leash. Travis goes rogue, eyes and licks his lips, ready to destroy everything non-demon.
Unger fires off another guiding bolt. Off course again. He calls out to his gnome god Garl Glittergold in prayer, and it redirects straight into the gladiator's helmet with a radiant slam. Gladiator stumbles into Borin's blade and slices him. Instinctively, the gladiator spins, parries, and counter-strikes. Borin doubles down with Stonefang, burying deep into those knotted muscles. Gladiator rolls and stabs back. Borin second wins, swings true, but the gladiator's tower shield blocks with legendary speed. Sunniva switches tactics and sprints away to deliver a mind spike. It's a psychic bomb. For the first time in the fight, the gladiator looks vulnerable. He reels, unprepped for brain warfare, whispers of her orc god Grumsh, blessing her with the faithful echo.
Cash sees the opening and bardic inspiration so hard that it shimmers off Mother Quiet's platform, up for himself, Sunniva, and Borin. Dimensional cracks spiderweb the pit. Crowd erupts louder. Arena shifts, audience visible, shaking with hype. This is legend. This is a living artwork of a fight, and now a rock show to go with it. But the action doesn't stop there. Cash reshapes the gladiator's helmet, bloats to 12 times size, 13,000 pounds of iron doom. Surely the gladiator is in an iron prison now. The fight is now surely finished. Nah, the gladiator summons Earth God like strength. He's angry and hurls it onto Borin like a cage. He's then bolts off towards Sunniva, but Travis swipes his fleeing flesh. Control slips completely from Abe Demon's now unleashed. Travis is licking lips, looking at Abraham. Mikhail suggests that Abe burn his wish, but Abe says, no thanks, we've got this.
Cash bolts taking a tactical retreat. But the hellhounds are quick on his heels, pin him against the west wall side. Abraham decides that if the trick isn't broken, don't fix it, and treats the audience to a second dimension door. It appears under the elf and himself. Then, poof, they emerge on the other side of the arena, rising straight upwards under the 6.5-ton helmet. The beast is now wearing the helmet like a war ram and saddling Borin and Abe. Confused Elk looks around and charges the hellhounds, nearly trampling one to near death. Unger prays and uses Invoke Duplicity to clone himself. The duo then fire breathes onto the near-dead dog, crisping him to death. Borin takes a crack shot with the musket at the bell ringer, but it's a miss. Then bam! Suddenly, through the broken illusion, a small black orb sails from the crowd. Cone of silence engulfs the heroes. They can't speak. It's pure silence. Crowd is silent too, as though they realize what is happening, but then cheers again. It's so loud that the illusion is practically now non-existent. No more dark, dead space. True gladiator arena, and if the spectators get too close, they might lose a limb. It's completely legal interference, and bets start swinging the gladiator's way. There are gasps, then wildly speculative bets begin being placed in the background. Even on Travis, as the last one standing.
Cash slips to the edge of the silence and casts Heartache. Gladiator, Bellringer, and Netcaster all writhe in unseen agony, clutching at their heads and hearts. Some in the audience can't take it and pass out. The gladiator's eyes twitch and dart at Cash. Unger spots it through the elk legs, which are obstructed by the elk's dangling testicles. The picture is clear enough. Cash is a marked man, screams the gnome. Cash hides directly under the dangling obstruction. The gladiator attempts to flee Travis again, but he's too slow. Travis shreds flesh to ribbons. The bell ringer casts a spell. Cash. But he is so locked in on the silence he sees it coming a mile away with a clean dodge. The last hellhound bites and poisons Unger, ripping at his flesh. A horrible disease sets in. If it's not healed soon, it would take only a few days for him to completely rot away.
Contrast the horrific dog bite scene, while Abraham simultaneously drops his pants and black tentacles writhe from his rear. He screams in silence. "Don't look!" Then farts an eldritch blast into the ethereal net demon. It connects. Elk is completely done with everyone else's poop, and that its back is being used as a rough terrain battlefield within the Colosseum's own battlefield. The giant elk lines up his shot like a raging bull straight toward the bell ringer. Its helmet drags ground with a horrific screech, sparks, and creams the bell ringer into a red smear on the wall. Crowd explodes in cheers. Unger and his clone crisps the last dog near death, winks Saniva for the finish. Everything has been going his way with perfect planning from bonus hits to moving people around on the battlefield like a true grandmaster chess player. His own physical fighting skills, though, without the flash and whiz-bang spells, still leaves something to be desired. He goes for the rapier between the two heads and misses. Now, flash over to Borin. He's been trapped in the net, by the ethereal demon. He smiles and notices the net is still being clenched tightly by the demon. He mouths silently, "I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me." Boren yanks net demon closer. Greatsword swipes shred it to ethereal spray. Crowd? Indescribable. The fight is so epic, it will likely reach the far corners of the country. Win or lose, the party will succeed or fail in epic fashion to be remembered.
Sunniva gets a perfect plan of her own and dashes as the half-dead dog rips at her back. Worth it. She casts Wrathful smite charges into her blade. The psychic energy buildup blurs her into destruction. Armor flies. She's the orc blender, the red mist. Or at least Gronk, her alter ego, is. The gladiator's shoulder pad goes flying. Bits of the tower shield chunk off. Gladiator parries the big one, stabs back Sunniva blow for blow. The scene is a blade dance of terror. Bardic Boost knocks his parry, Smite unbalances and flat-foots him, making him furious. It's an epic one versus one showdown on display, going tit for tat. In silence, she mouths, "The elf is not the only thing you have to fear." Of course she's referring to herself, but unbeknownst to her in the background, Travis cracks neck, ready to wreck anything he can get his hands on. And right now, that something is either Sunniva or that giant elk.
Silence smothers, and the shadows hunger no more. Algurun. Travis is unchained, the gladiator bloodied. Will the red mist blade dance her way into claiming victory? Will the ring that walks continue showing his god like strength and vigor? Or will Travis be the only one standing at the end? The crowd's roar demands more, and there is more money being thrown into this fight than it has ever seen before.
This is Algurun After Dark. We continue this epic fight next. Strike first, strike hard, but always remember that the ring that walks will strike you back. So you'd better not miss. Good night.